Nina from VRFocus. I'm joined by...
Stephen Knapman. I'm the lead designer at Paw Print Games.
Tell me a little bit about Paw Print Games and who you guys are.
Okay, we're a company, a UK studio based in Chester. This is our second VR title. We previously made Bloody Zombies, a side-scrolling beat-em-up game, and now we're bringing a new title called Border Patrol. It's basically, the easiest way to describe it is Job Simulator meets Papers, Please.
Okay.
It's a slightly futuristic setup, and you're dealing with AI, robots.
And you're border control, and what do you have to do? What's your objective?
Yeah, so you'll be operating a checkpoint. This is in a scenario where AI has been created, and there's been a situation where an incident has happened, and it's got everyone spooked.
Okay.
So they've stripped away all the rights for the AI, and this is a very quick reaction to this situation. So it's a question of, we need to see, like, how is the story going to evolve from this point? How are we going to resolve this situation? So we are going for more of a humorous, tongue-in-cheek approach for this. Say with a Papers, Please, it's a very draining, emotional game. So, but like I say, it's that kind of Job Simulator meets Papers, Please, where we're going for that more playful take on it.
So I guess it's actually quite a political game in the political, social climate we're in today, right?
It's interesting timing. We're not going out our way to really make too much political commentary, but I'd say it's become very topical, and we'll be taking our playful take on the topic.
So right now you guys are in early development, and so you guys are building, I guess, different levels and different characters. How are you looking to expand on your game?
So currently it's basically our prototype that we're pulling together as a vertical slice. We have the core gameplay with the interactions. You're in the booth. We're focused everything around, rather than say too much reading, it's more about the physical interactions. So one of the things we found interesting at the start is when you see people at an airport, you see them using like the hand metal detectors. And we felt like we kind of want to do that ourselves. So, you've got the robots coming up, you hit a button to go into inspection mode that allows you to get up close and personal with the robot. You grab the gadget and you're now just waving it over them, and we use that to track down contraband. So with the robots, it gives us a bit more flexibility to play around with the idea. They actually have hidden compartments inside them, so you use it to identify where the contraband is, and you're going to look for a way there'll be like hatches, and then they expand out, a bit like you may see in the Aperture Science Valve demos. The robots open up, and then you look for items, and then you check it against a contraband list. So it's quite a nice little wow moment that you find in VR. So we're really playing to the strengths. We're really trying to put across the emotional side of things. We don't want these people to just feel like hollow shells. We want every robot that comes up to feel like they've got their own personality, their own attitude, the way you behave. You're going to get an appropriate response from them. So some people will walk up to the booth, they're a bit impatient, they just throw their passport down onto the desk, and then we find people playing, they feel like, that seems a bit disrespectful. I don't know if I want to let you through. So it's, like I say, we're really playing that side up. So it's, there's a lot to be explored there, but so it's been demoing really well, and people are really getting what we're going for.
What are you hoping to do in the near future? Are you hoping to release it sometime soon, and on which headsets?
Well, we're currently looking for funding. Ideally, we'll be aiming for the end of the year release. From this point, it's really, we've got that kind of the core gameplay of the booth, but we really want to show how we can bring a narrative to it, because we feel like the two sides we really want to push for the VR platform is really getting the emotional side from the robots, but then also giving you this a branching narrative, because we feel like at the moment a lot of the stories in VR, it's not something that's been explored too far, and when you do have the stories, they tend to be linear. This is a nice opportunity to feel like there's some real consequences to your choices. So we are going to have a branched, evolving story along the lines of, like I say, the Papers, Please kind of experience.
So like the city might accidentally explode if you...
We do have some, it's not in the build we're showing here, but we do have a scenario where there's been a sewage leak, and they send over a repair droid, and he has to go through your checkpoint. And if you don't let him through, then you're going to see a follow-up story where suddenly this sewage leak is flooding the city. So you're going to feel like, oh, I was responsible for that. And you may decide as a player, maybe I just want to see what sort of chaos I can cause through my choices, or you might want to be someone who just, you want to do your job properly. Yeah. So there's going to be replay value based on how you want to play.
And for which headsets will this be going out for?
We're going to try and bring this to all the major platforms.
Okay, fantastic. So is there a website that we can go to find out more?
We've got Paw Print Games, our main website, and our Twitter is where we're mainly talking about this. It's still early, like I say, it's not officially announced, but we're just trying to get it to shows. Like I say, we're looking for funding and we're looking just to see how the community is responding to the game.
Fantastic. Well, head over to VRFocus.com if you want to find out more about virtual reality, and I will see you there. Thank you very much.
Thanks.